Today's yoga session, we're going to do some stretches and some poses to help to loosen up and stretch out the body post-workout, whether that's straight away or the next day, or generally if you're just sore, even if it's just from sitting too long or driving too long or whatever it is. So we're going to begin down on the floor. We're going to take the hands onto the mat, spread the fingers nice and wide, tuck your toes under, and send it straight up into down dog. So take a little walk through the feet. Take some nice deep breaths. Getting the head lower than the heart helps to calm the nervous system, especially if it is just after your exercise. Taking one more big breath. Bringing the knees down to the mat, take them wide. Ease it back into child's pose, but keep the hands lifted for a moment. Maybe we come up onto the fingertips and take a little sway side to side. Maybe you begin to sway down towards the mat, opening through the front of the chest. As you inhale, feel the whole upper back and the whole rib cage expand. As you exhale, melt down. Give your tail a little wag. Find a little space through the hips. And then bringing it up. Spread the fingers wide, knees under the hips. Drop into a cow pose. And scoop under into cat. One more, into cow. Scoop under into cat. Good. Bring yourself up. We're going to come up onto the knees, press into the top of the feet, scoop the tailbone under, lift the chest. So we're not coming back into camel or anything here. We're just getting this kind of opening through the front body, through the front of the hip flexors. And then we're going to keep your left knee where it is and step that right foot forwards. So firstly, just keeping quite a square stance. So we've got that 90 degrees on both knees. Scoop the tailbone under. Pull that right hip crease back into the middle as you tuck the left one. And drop the right hip down if it's risen up out of alignment. Perhaps we take a small lean back through the upper body to get right up into the top of this hip crease. Good, and then we're going to shift the weight forwards, bring the fingertips to the mat, and then pull that right hip crease back. We've got a nice bend in the right knee to begin with, toes curling up to the sky, pulling back through the right hip again as we anchor through the left. Open the chest. Exhale, fold over. Roll it forwards. Maybe we walk that right foot a little further forwards. In fact, we do walk the right foot a little further forwards. Take a little movement here. Let the weight sink down. Press firmly into the top of the left foot and into the right foot as we bring the hand to the right knee. Use it to support as we come up. This time allowing the weight to sink a little more. Again, keep that right hip crease pulling back. Open the chest. Good. Send the hands back down. Pull that right hip crease back again. Maybe the leg gets a little straighter, maybe it doesn't. Maybe we turn the toes in or out and explore the hamstring stretch. Good. As we come forwards again, we're going to take that right foot a little further forwards, if you have the room. And this time, maybe we keep hands on the mat. So we open the chest. As you exhale, pull the hip crease back. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. You can keep making the stance bigger if you want to. Inhale forwards. Last time, exhale back. From here, we're going to bring that right foot back in. Coming up into your kneeling lunge. Right hand is going to take a hold of left wrist as we lengthen up and take a little side stretch to the right. Open up the left side of the chest. Good. Inhale back to center. We're going to bring that right leg in. Notice if one hip feels a little different to the other. It may feel a little funky. Send the left leg out, finding that about 90 degrees on both knees. Pull that left hip crease back in as you tuck the right hip under. Drop it down if it's risen up. Open the chest. Maybe we take that little lean back, getting up higher into the top of the hip flexors. We all get tight here, whether you've been exercising or sitting or whatever you've been doing. Almost all of us are very tight through there. Good, and then we're going to bring the hands down. Just pull the hip back. Maybe we've got a generous bend on the knee. Bringing it forwards, walking that left foot forwards, letting the weight sink down a little more this time. Take your time as we bring the hands to the left knee. Use it to support as we come up. Scoop the tailbone, open the chest. Breathe deep. Good. Release the hands down. Pull the hip crease back. Explore your hamstring stretch here. Rolling it forwards, walking the foot forwards a little further, keeping hands on the mat now. As you exhale, pull it back. Maybe the stance gets wider every time, or maybe we just go forwards and back as we breathe. One more time, take it forwards. Pull it back. Good, use the hands to support as we bring that left foot back a little. Find that nice stable kneeling lunge. Reach the arms up. Left hand is going to take a hold of right wrist as we lengthen up and over, taking a little side stretch to the left. Open up through the right side of the chest. Coming back through center, take the left leg back to meet the right. Tuck the toes, bring the hands to the mat. Take a moment to just come up onto the feet and down, stretching out through feet. And then walk the hands forwards and find that down dog again. Lengthen through one leg and then the other. And then dropping knees to the mat. Planting the elbows a little further forwards, forearms parallel. We're going to find our puppy pose, pressing to the whole of the hands. Walk the knees back, lengthen tailbone up to the sky. Turning to look between the hands, press into the top of the feet. Breathe deep. Gently shifting weight forwards, keeping the hands where they are parallel. Reach the toes back, stretching through the belly. Imagine that you're trying to pull your body forwards between the upper arms and then pulling back from the shoulder blades. Turn to look over your right shoulder. Turn to look over the left shoulder. Good. Gently pushing back up. Walk the knees forwards, swing the legs around and make your way onto your back. Hugging the knees into the chest, take a little rock side to side. Plant the feet on the ground, taking the hands, thumbs on the inside, fingers on the outside into the hip creases, and just gently find that little push away. This is particularly good if you've been training quite heavy with weights, if you've been doing any squats or anything that's going to compress the spine. It helps to lengthen out the lower back again. Release off. Take the right leg, cross the ankle over the left knee, push that right knee out to the side. Take a moment here, exploring the blah, 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 human moment, exploring the hip. Keeping that activation as we open the knee to the side, as we perhaps take a hold of the left thigh. If it's too much, we can just keep the left toes on the mat. Otherwise, taking a hold here. Breathing deep, trying to lengthen the tailbone down, long through the spine. Releasing it off, plant the right foot down, cross the left knee over, pushing that left knee away, flexing through the left foot. And then again, options. We can either just come up onto the right toes, or we can take a hold of the right thigh and pull in. Active through the outside here, just to open the hip a little. Good. Gently release it off. Plant the feet on the mat. Take the arms up overhead, cross them over. Take them around yourself. So if you're giving yourself a nice big hug, squeeze. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, we're going to squeeze the knees in, tuck up into a ball. Release off. Swap the arms over, cross them the other way, wrap them around yourself. Big inhale. And squeeze into a little ball. Good. Release it off here. Take the arms and legs out long. Maybe we bring the hands into cactus arms here, or maybe we interlace them behind the head, or just rest them to the sides. Take a little rock of the hips, a little shake out of the feet. Big inhale. Feel that expansion through the chest. Exhale, relax. Take a couple of breaths. Let the ground support you. See if you can make your exhales a little longer than the inhale. Another one that helps your breath and your nervous system settle back into its natural rhythm. Then let that natural rhythm come. Feeling the weight of your body on the ground, feeling the nutritious sensations of your practice, of your training or of your yoga or whatever you were doing before and during this session. Feel it sinking into your body. When you're ready, you can take a full body stretch. And maybe in your own way, or you can stay there if you like, but if you are ready, in your own way, bring yourself up to a seat. Taking one last shoulder roll, one last moment to check in, preparing yourself to go back into the rest of your life. Thank you for joining me today.